Insomnia, my frenemy. It's that unwelcome guest that shows up uninvited and overstays its welcome night after night. Hey everyone, John Krasinski here. Today, I want to talk about something that many of us struggle with but rarely discuss openly. Ever feel like your brain has an off switch that's jammed? Like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to shut it down? Welcome to my world, the world of insomnia. It's a place where the nights are long, and the mornings come too soon. It's like having a supervillain origin story, except instead of a tragic backstory, it's just me, a million pillows, and the relentless tyranny of my own thoughts at 3 a.m. You know, those thoughts that just won't quit. The worst part? It's different every time. One night you might be tossing and turning, unable to find that perfect spot. Some nights it's a constant replay of every embarrassing moment from the past decade. You know, those cringe-worthy memories that make you want to hide under the covers. Other nights it's my brain deciding to compose a symphony, right when I'm trying to sleep. It's like my mind becomes a creative genius at the worst possible time. The irony? The minute my alarm goes off, I'm hit with the overwhelming urge to hibernate for a week. It's a cruel joke that my body plays on me, and I'm sure many of you can relate. So, what's a sleep-deprived dude to do? I've tried it all. From the classic methods to the downright bizarre, my quest for a good night's sleep has been nothing short of an epic journey. Counting sheep? Turns out those fluffy clouds of slumber are terrible at math. I mean, who knew that counting imaginary livestock could be so stressful? Instead of drifting off, I end up worrying about whether I missed a sheep or counted one twice. Warm milk? More like a one-way ticket to a lactose-induced nightmare. Seriously, who thought drinking a glass of milk before bed was a good idea? It just leaves me feeling bloated and uncomfortable, tossing and turning all night. Meditation apps? I swear, the sound of ocean waves just makes my brain think about sharks. Instead of calming me down, it sends my imagination into overdrive, picturing all sorts of underwater dangers lurking in the dark. Once I even tried that thing where you imagine throwing your worries into a box. It sounds simple, right? Just visualize all your stress and anxiety neatly packed away. But for me, it just doesn't work that way. Let's just say my metaphorical box is now overflowing with anxieties, to-do lists, and unfinished screenplay ideas. It's like a never-ending cycle of stress that keeps me wide awake. The struggle is real, people. Every night feels like a battle against my own mind, trying to find that elusive peace and quiet. But hey, at least I'm not alone in this sleepless saga. Don't worry, this isn't a completely hopeless story. Despite the struggles, there are moments that make it all worthwhile. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, but every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. There have been a few glimmers of light in the darkness. Sometimes it's the beauty of a sunrise that brings a sense of hope, or the quiet moments of reflection at dawn that offer a fresh perspective. Exercise during the day seems to help, although finding the motivation to work out when you're running on fumes is a challenge in itself. But even a short jog or a simple stretch can make a world of difference, lifting the fog just a little. A consistent sleep schedule is another big one, though let's be real, life doesn't always cooperate. There are nights when sleep feels like an elusive dream, and mornings when the alarm clock is the enemy. The best thing I've found? Talking about it. Opening up to friends and family, sharing the struggles and the small victories creates a sense of connection and understanding. Turns out I'm not the only one with a brain that likes to pull all-nighters. Many of us are in the same boat, navigating the sleepless nights together, finding solace in shared experiences. Sharing my insomnia woes with friends, family, even that barista who makes my extra strong coffee, no judgment please, somehow makes it a little less daunting. It's in these conversations that I find comfort, knowing I'm not alone in this never-ending quest for rest. So here's the deal. Insomnia might be a pain in the you-know-what, but we don't have to suffer in silence. What are your insomnia stories? Any epic fails or surprise victories? Share them in the comments. Maybe, just maybe, we can laugh, or at least commiserate our way to a good night's sleep.